Okay, so what does pancreas do? Since I'm running out of space on that side, I'm going to write it here. So duodenum, yeah? Pancreatic juice is released. Okay, so we call it as pancreatic juice. So what does pancreatic juice contains? Pancreatic juice basically contains hydrogen carbonate ions. It contains amylase, it contains trypsin, and it contains lipase. So this is the 4 component. Like how just now in the stomach, gastric juice, HCl pepsin renin, here in the small intestine, released by the pancreas. See, the pancreas will release it here so that it will be mixed up here with the food. Is hydrogen carbonate ions, amylase, trypsin, and lipase. 3 hormone, 1 chemical molecule. What is the job? Same thing is to provide the correct pH. The problem is here, the small intestine needs to be alkaline. The enzymes here functions optimally at the alkaline stage, not at the acidic stage. But whatever comes out of your stomach is full of acid. So you need to neutralize this acid and you need to provide the correct medium. So bile will do that as well. It kind of neutralizes the acid a little bit. In combination of hydrogen carbonate ion, you will obtain pH approximately 7.5 to 8.5. So that's around there. So pH normally, pH 7.5 to 8.5. That's the optimum pH. Hopefully the battery lasts till it finishes. Okay, so back to here, pancreatic juice comes out of pancreas and basically contains hydrogen carbonate ions, amylase, trypsin, and lipase. Okay, these 3 is the hormone. So that means automatically now I think you know that there's going to be 3 reactions in the duodenum. Alright, 3. So the first one, I'm going to go for amylase. So that's going to be starch gets converted to maltose. It's exactly the same as what you have in your mouth because it's still amylase. Alright, but it's called the pancreatic amylase, indicating its source because it's made by the pancreas. Maltose. So now you can ask, how come it's happening twice? It's simple, because large part of our food is starch. And not all will be digested in your mouth. Unless you're chewing it for like hours. Right, so you chew, you swallow. Some of it is digested, some is not. Plus, the moment you swallow and it drops in your stomach, the digestion stops. Because amylase needs a neutral to mild alkaline pH. Your stomach is pH 2, very acidic. So it stops the action of amylase. So you have to start that again. So balanced starch that didn't get digested will be converted into maltose. And then we are moving to next. I'll take the peptides. So peptides and polypeptides, they basically get converted to peptones. Simply much shorter chain. Simply much shorter chain. And again, which one do you think is the hormone? I have amylase, trypsin, and lipase. Which one? Yes, the one that ends with IN means it's a protease, which means it's a type of hormone that enzyme that breaks down. Is the effect from teaching the Form 5 lesson. It's a type of enzyme that breaks down protein. Okay, so here is trypsin. Okay, then comes the third one, which is lipase. So take a guess, what do you think it breaks down?
Fats.
Yes, lipids. The name of. So when you break down lipids, you get fatty acids plus glycerol. Okay, so this will be lipase. Remember, they all need a pH of mild alkaline to be functioning at its optimum. So that small intestine, now you can see. Let me ask you a question. Do we have things that we can absorb already? Yes, isn't it? Yes, fatty acid and glycerol, we can begin to absorb this already. Okay, so these can be absorbed. Can be absorbed. Okay? And the absorption begins in the small intestine. Alright? To be specific, it begins in duodenum. Small intestine is where The first part and the second part, duodenum and ileum, is where most of the absorption takes place. So if I were to show you inside here, there will be tiny little projections along the small intestine. Alright? This tiny little projection, I will draw it on that side. On that side, so here I will zoom it here for you. This is how the projection would look like. We call it as a villus or a microvilli. Villi, villus is singular, plural difference. There's thousands and thousands of it on any single part that you can find. There's two parts in it that matters a lot. Okay, the one that I've marked in blue is the capillary, and the one I marked in green is a structure that's called lacteal, and obviously the red is the epithelial. Okay, so you see, why do I have two parts under the villus is because your food molecule breaks down into two things. One, those that can dissolve in water, and then those that cannot dissolve in water, which means they dissolve in fats. So that means, you see, your capillary runs with blood, right? And blood has plasma. 70% of plasma is water. That means fatty acid, can fatty acid and glycerol dissolve and diffuse into blood? Cannot, because it's not water soluble. So they have to be carried by something that can absorb these things, which is fatty acid and glycerol. So fatty acid and glycerol will move into lacteal. Lacteal is a part of a transport system in your body that is called the lymphatic system. Okay, which you'll only study in Form 5, so for now don't worry too much about it. You just need to remember, this is what they can normally ask you guys. What is the role of lacteal? Lacteal is to absorb fatty acids and glycerol and anything else that is fat soluble, such as vitamin A, D, or K. Adik. So that's the clue, adik. Okay, last part already, yeah? So that's the small intestine. Can I absorb maltose? No. Can I absorb peptones? No. That means you have to go further down. We come down to the second part of the small intestine. The second part of your small intestine would be ileum. Okay? So what's in ileum? Along the wall of ileum has intestinal gland. So the intestinal gland will secrete what we call as intestinal juice, and that juice contains another 4 enzymes, but this becomes easy, okay? Because I'm going to list out, so we'll start with all the glucose-based hormones, yeah? So maltose, end of the road for maltose now. Now you cannot escape anymore. You are broken down to glucose. Maltose is made up of glucose and glucose. Remember, disaccharide from your chapter 4. Alright, so what is the name of the hormone? Hormone again, enzyme. Maltase. Yes, maltase. So next, can you name another disaccharide?
Sucrose.
Very good. Sucrose. So what makes up sucrose?
Sucrase.
Glucose.
And fructose.
Yeah, very good. Fructose. Right? And that the hormone name is?
Sucrase.
Enzyme name is?
Sucrase.
Sucrase. Oh, start with hormone today. Okay, and last one? One more disaccharide. Lactose, yes. Lactose is broken down into glucose. Yes, very good. Galactose, and that is? Very good. Lactase. And then the last part, one more only left. So all of these can be absorbed, right? So they all are absorbed where? They all are absorbed in capillary. So glucose, amino acids, salts, and water is also absorbed here, the small intestine. Lots of water is absorbed in small intestine. The last one is now peptones, correct? So peptones gets broken down to amino acids. Amino acids, and the name of the enzyme would be erepsin. What? Erepsin. Yes. So you can see that the last one is amino acid is also absorbed. It's erepsin. E-R-E-P-S-I-N. Erepsin. Okay? So there you go. This is the complete digestion. And then now food will move once they are digested and absorbed along the small intestine. They would then move into the large intestine, which is there's three parts to the large intestine. Normally you have colon, which is this area here that I've just labeled. Alright, and then we have the rectum, and then we have the anus. Now colon, what happens in colon? It's major reabsorption of water. So absorption of water. Right, mainly just that. Rectum is the storage of feces, undigested food, and anus is how it is released. Okay? So repeat back quickly. I need you to realize something. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 in the mouth, 2 in the stomach, 3 in the duodenum, 4 in the ileum. That's the way all of it is. So we have amylase that converts starch to maltose, protein to peptides by pepsin, casinogen to casein by renin, and then starch to maltose again by amylase, peptides to peptones by trypsin, lipids to fatty acid glycerol, lipase. It's already absorbed through the lacteal in the villus, and then in the ileum, by the intestinal gland, all of this is released. Maltose is to glucose by maltase, sucrose to glucose and fructose by the sucrase, lactose, glucose and galactose by the lactase, peptone to amino acids by the erepsin. And this would be then absorbed in the blood through the villus. So this is a villus, it's a single unit, so we call it as a villus. Double L for English, single L for Malay, alright, BM. Okay. I need you to be able to know all of this. You should be able to get to a point where you can take a piece of paper and do all of this by yourself. This is a composite. This is the most popular for exam. You don't learn this detailed digestion for animals. Only for we do a bit of rodent and ruminant, but that's later on. Okay. Okay, guys.